Good evening, everyone. Let me tell you something important right at the start. Life is never easy. If you're looking for a smooth road, you're probably not going anywhere meaningful. The people who look strong are not the ones who have never fallen, but the ones who know how to get back up. So, how do we stay strong even when the world feels like it's collapsing around us? Let me tell you something many people forget. Rejection is not the end of the road. It's often the sign that you're actually on the right one. When someone says you're not good enough, it stings. It makes you doubt yourself. Maybe you start asking, am I wasting my time? Am I chasing something impossible? That's normal. But here's what most people don't realize. Rejection is a form of feedback. It's just not wrapped in a friendly package. Think about this. Every person who has ever done something great was rejected. Not once, not twice, but many times. What separates the strong from the average is how they respond to it. The average person gives up. The strong person steps back, takes a deep breath, and says, all right, let's try another way. When I was starting out, I was rejected from things that at the time seemed like huge opportunities. Jobs I thought I deserved, projects I believed I was ready for. People told me I wasn't good enough, smart enough, talented enough. At first I believed them, but slowly I started asking a better question. What if they're wrong? Rejection is not a full stop. It's a comma. It's a pause in your story, not the final chapter. In fact, every rejection gives you two choices: shrink or sharpen. Shrink into fear and give up, or sharpen your skills, your mindset, and your will. The strong always choose to sharpen. It's okay to feel disappointed when you hear no. You're human. But don't stay in that feeling. Use it. Let it push you to work harder, think deeper, and grow tougher. The fire inside you must burn hotter than the opinions around you. There's something powerful in being underestimated. When people don't believe in you, they give you the gift of quiet progress. No pressure. No spotlight, just the freedom to build, improve, and come back stronger. So the next time someone rejects you, don't say, why me? Say, watch me. Let it be the fuel, not the fire that burns you out, but the one that pushes you forward. Rejection isn't your enemy, it's your coach, and it's trying to make you stronger than you ever imagined. When life gets difficult, and it will, our natural reaction is to focus on what's hurting. The disappointment, the failure, the pressure, the fear. It's human nature. Pain is loud. It demands attention. But here's a truth that strong people learn early. If you only focus on the pain, you will lose sight of the reason you started. Pain can blur your vision like fog on a windshield. You can't see where you're going, even if you knew the direction a minute ago. In those moments, you have to make a choice. Do you let the pain control your path? Or do you wipe off the fog and keep driving toward the destination you set out for? You see, everyone begins with excitement. The energy is high, the dreams are fresh, the possibilities feel endless. But reality doesn't care about your enthusiasm. The real test is not when things are going well. It's when the obstacles show up. When people doubt you. When the money runs out. When the results don't come as fast as you hoped. That's when the pain starts knocking on the door. And when it does, many people start asking the wrong questions. Why is this happening to me? Why is it so hard? Maybe this isn't meant for me. But strong people ask different questions. They ask, what did I promise myself? What do I believe in? What do I see beyond this moment? The vision is your anchor. It's the thing that keeps you from drifting when the waves hit. It's what reminds you, yes, this is hard, but it's not permanent. Pain is temporary, even when it doesn't feel that way. But your vision, if it's real and meaningful, will outlast the worst days. There were times I felt like giving up too. I've sat in silence, doubting everything. But the thing that pulled me out was always the picture I had in my mind of what I was trying to build. I would imagine the people I wanted to help, the freedom I wanted to earn, the life I believed was possible, not just for me, but for everyone around me. That picture gave me strength when motivation ran dry. You must protect your vision like it's sacred, because it is. It's yours. No one else can see it as clearly as you. No one else understands why it matters so much. That's okay. It's not their job, it's yours. So, when the pain gets loud, lower the volume. Remind yourself of the dream. Go back to your wife, maybe write it down. Speak it out loud. Picture it again and again until it feels more real than the fear you're facing. You weren't born to be broken by struggle. You were born to grow through it. And your vision is the proof that something greater is ahead. Keep walking even with a limp. Keep building even with tired hands. Because the moment you stop letting pain lead you, strength takes its place. And that's when you become unstoppable. We all love talking about success. It feels good to share our wins, our growth, the moments when everything works out just the way we hoped. But the truth is, success is not where the real lessons are. The real wisdom, the kind that shapes your character and builds your strength, comes from the ugly days. You know the days I'm talking about, the ones where everything seems to go wrong no matter how hard you try. When you feel like you're failing at everything, your work, your relationships, your goals. When you look in the mirror and ask yourself, what's the point of all this? Those days don't look pretty. They're messy, emotional, confusing, but those are the days that teach you who you really are. Strong people don't hide from these moments. They study them. They understand that pain has a language of its own. And if you're willing to listen, it will teach you more than any book or course ever could. On those ugly days, you learn patience because you have no choice. You learn resilience because quitting isn't an option. You learn humility because failure will knock your ego flat on the ground. And most importantly, you learn clarity because when everything else is stripped away, you see what truly matters. Sometimes the breakthrough you're looking for is hidden behind your worst day. But if you give up, you never get to the part where things turn around. That's why the people who succeed are often not the smartest or the most talented. They're simply the ones who kept showing up even when the sky was dark and the road was rough. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to erase the tough times like they're stains on a clean shirt. But strength isn't built in comfort, it's built in chaos. Those dark chapters in your story, that's where your power is born. When you survive something painful and come out wiser, no one can take that away from you. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what is this trying to teach me? Sit with your failure, look at it closely. Ask what it's showing you about your habits, your mindset, your relationships. Be honest. That's where growth begins. Every storm passes, but the lessons you take from it can last a lifetime if you're paying attention. Don't rush through your ugly days. Don't cover them up or pretend they didn't happen. Own them, because one day someone else will be going through their own storm, And your story, your lessons, will be the light they need to keep going. So embrace the messy chapters. They're not the end, they're the training ground. And what you build in the dark will help you shine when it's finally your time. One of the most important things I've learned on this journey is this: who you spend your time with matters more than almost anything else. When you're trying to stay strong in difficult situations, your environment, especially the people around you, can either lift you up or drag you down. Imagine this: you're trying to climb a mountain, but every step you take, someone next to you is complaining about how steep it is, how tired they feel, or how unfair the path is. After a while, their negativity becomes heavier than the weight on your back. It distracts you, drains your energy, and makes you question whether the climb is worth it. Now think about climbing with someone who says, "Yes, it's tough, but we've trained for this. Let's keep moving." That kind of person doesn't ignore the difficulty. They acknowledge it, but they don't let it stop them. Their energy is contagious. Their belief fuels your own. Strong people know this and choose their company carefully. They don't surround themselves with complainers, people who always see the glass half empty, or those who waste time blaming others. Those voices are like quicksand. They pull you down fast. Instead, strong people find warriors, people who face challenges head on, who take responsibility for their lives, who believe in solutions instead of excuses. Now, this doesn't mean you need a crowd of perfect people. No one is perfect. But what matters is the mindset they bring. Are they focused on growth, on pushing forward, or are they stuck in a cycle of negativity and blame? When you're around warriors, you feel inspired even on your worst days. They remind you why you started. They push you to keep going when your own motivation is running low, and they celebrate your progress no matter how small, because they know every step forward is a victory. If you find yourself surrounded by constant complaining, recognize it as a warning sign. It's not just annoying, it's dangerous for your mindset and your future. You don't have to cut people out of your life entirely, but you do need to create boundaries to protect your energy. Spend more time with those who challenge you to grow and less time with those who drain your spirit. Remember, strength is contagious. If you want to stay strong, be around people who are strong, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. People who fight through difficulties, who see setbacks as temporary, and who believe in your ability to succeed even when you don't. In the end, life is a team sport. The right teammates make all the difference, so choose wisely. Build a circle of warriors who will stand with you in the storm, not complain about the rain. Because when your team is strong, no situation can break you. In today's world, everything moves fast. We want quick results, instant feedback, and immediate success. But here's the hard truth. Real strength, real success, and real growth almost never come overnight. They come from believing in the power of long-term thinking. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it's easy to get frustrated because you don't see immediate progress. Maybe you've been working hard for months or years and the breakthrough still feels out of reach. That's when many people quit. They look around, compare themselves to others, and say, "I'm not getting results fast enough. Maybe this isn't for me." But strong people think differently. Long-term thinking is like planting a tree. You don't see the tree grow minute by minute or even day by day. Most of the growth happens underground, invisible to the eye as the roots spread deep and strong. You have to trust the process, believe in the unseen work happening beneath the surface. If you stop watering the seed just because you don't see a sprout, you'll never have a tree. This kind of thinking means understanding that every small action you take today is a seed planted for tomorrow. It means patience, persistence, and the willingness to stay committed even when the results are invisible or slow. It means believing that the hard work, the sacrifices, and even the failures are not wasted. They are investments in a future you can't fully see yet. Strong people don't get discouraged by setbacks because they understand setbacks are part of the long game. They know that every failure is a lesson, every challenge a chance to grow stronger roots. They keep their eyes on the horizon, not just the immediate obstacles. Long-term thinking also helps you stay calm when everything feels chaotic. When others panic or give up because they want instant gratification, you stand firm. You understand that true success is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires endurance, vision, and steady effort over time. The most powerful people in history didn't become great because of a lucky break. They became great because they believed in their vision for the long haul. They stayed focused when it was easier to quit. They adapted when things didn't go as planned, and they never lost sight of the bigger picture. So, if you want to stay strong, start thinking long term. Trust that your efforts are not wasted even if you can't see immediate results. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories, but keep your eyes on the prize far ahead. Because when you believe in long-term thinking, you build something that lasts. Something no one can take away from you, no matter how hard the winds blow. That's real strength. Don't wish for life to be easier. Wish for yourself to be stronger. And the truth is, you already are. You just have to remind yourself of it when it gets tough. Thank you.